Okay, now today I really want to talk about meditation because it is one of the things that has truly changed my life, and I think everyone should be meditating because there's so many proven benefits to this. So let's start at the beginning, right? Why should you meditate? Now, meditation has a lot of proven, right? A lot of people think that it's sort of a floaty thing, right? That meditation is this thing that spiritual people do and that it's just not really, any proven things, but that's actually not true. If you meditate, you can actually rewire your brain. Let me tell you about a few studies that I've read about this. So, people who have been meditating for about 20 to 30 years, if you put them under a brain scan, you see a difference in gray matter in the brains of people who've been meditating their life and people who haven't. Your brain actually stays healthier. There's more gray matter when you're getting older if you've been meditating. So, for the health of your brain, that's number one. Number two is if you take, again, a brain scan of your brain prior to meditating and 20 minutes after 20 minutes of meditation, you will see so much difference. When before meditating, you will see a lot of areas in your brain really activated, especially parts which are related to anxiety, to stress. And after meditation, you can actually see the brain is calming down. So all the things I'm going to say, keep this in mind. This is based on actually, science. It's not some flowy thing that still, for some reason, a lot of people think. So I will give you an example of myself. Before I started to meditate, I could be all over the place. I used to think, what if people think this? What if the whole time? And I was sort of scared to say and give my opinion on certain things because what if people got pissed? What if people, didn't like what I had to say? Because I was constantly thinking about the reaction or things that my actions could end up in doing instead of focusing in the now. As an example, I went to a friend of mine, visit a friend of mine, after just after Christmas. And in my business, software development business, November and December are pure hectic, super busy. It is where we do most of our turnover of the year as well. So I thought, finally, we've had super hectic 2 months. I'm gonna visit a mate of mine, just relax, just sort of a holiday. And what happened is this friend of mine, he organized a lot of things, right? He thought, oh, Bob's coming over, I'm going to introduce him to my friends, I'm going to show him around. And I was afraid to say something about this. But I was there to chill, right? So every day was super busy meeting people, and I got more and more irritated but was scared to say anything. And at some point, what happened is it sort of snapped. I got really pissed off, and we almost got into a fight, which is really stupid, right? A fight because he was trying to, organize cool shit for me, and I was just too stupid not to say anything. If I would have said, hey, dude, I love you for organizing all these things, but listen, I'm also here to chill, so you go meet your friends and I'll just take it by day and see what I feel like, because I actually am here to relax as well. That would be so much better and nothing will go wrong. Where I'm going with this is I have a meditation coach, or used to have a meditation coach, and I told this story. And the meditation coach told me, hey, it looks like you are so much thinking about pleasing others and about possible consequences. We did a certain meditation technique which teaches you to focus on the now and the present, which is of course what you do with meditation. He told me, hey, your feet touching the floor is always in the now. Your breath is always in the now. So certain meditation techniques help you focus on those two things. And whenever right now, these days, whenever I feel like I'm thinking what if, I'm thinking about possible consequences, I focus on my breath for a second, I feel my feet touching the floor, and I'm in the present straight away. And without anything, I'm just, okay, what do I have to do right now? What's the best decision for me to do now? And we'll see what happens, right? It has honestly changed my life. Nowadays, I don't really care if people, if you want to be an ass, for example, okay, sure, be an ass. Because I'm so much more relaxed and so much more, I got rid of all the stress and anxiety, and that's just something that happens if you meditate. So meditation should be part of your morning routine. 100%. It will change your life, and it is probably the number one thing that everyone has to do in order to become happier, healthier, more productive, more successful. And what you will also see is if you change your behavior, right? When you're changing your external behavior, people start to have a different internal reaction. So if I'm more relaxed around you, right? If I'm not all over the place and being an ass every now and then because something in my mind snaps or whatever, right? You will internally have a different reaction, like, oh, it's really chill to be around Bob, and then your external behavior will also change. Like, I like to be around Bob. I like to do business with Bob because he's reliable. So your external behavior changes because I start to be different. And then I notice this, so I become more confident, my internal behavior, which again changes my external behavior. Basically what happens is you start to meditate, you start to behave a bit different, people around you start to treat you with more respect and want to be around you, and want to do business with you, and then again that will boost your confidence, which will change your behavior again, which will change, and it's sort of what we call momentum normally. It's basically what just happens, and everything seems to be aligning, and it's just because you've changed one thing, which is you started to meditate. It gets rid of anxiety, it gets rid of a lot of fears, and it rewires your brain, and it is so, so important. Now the next question is, which I get all the time when I talk about meditation in my Instagram stories, is how should you meditate? And honestly, there's hundreds and hundreds of different types of meditation. Some are, just focusing on your breath. Some are guided, so there's an app called Headspace. It's free in the beginning, and afterwards it's like $10 a month. So you could use it for 2-3 months to really learn how to meditate. It's guided, tells you exactly what you should be doing. And then there's something called Kundalini meditation, which I really like to do. And Kundalini meditation it takes 30 minutes, you need noise cancelling headphones, and it will give you a lot of energy. So for different types of goals, you can have different types of meditation. And what I would just really, really advise you is start with the guided meditation, whether it's free on YouTube, something like Headspace, Calm, there's an app called Calm as well, which a lot of people use. Get familiar with it and don't judge yourself. Your mind, if you've never been meditating, your mind for all your life has been busy, always been busy. And what you try to do with meditation is to sort of take a break, to relax, to not think about anything. If you've never done it, try to not think about anything for 10 minutes. That's going to be hard, and your mind's going to go all over the place. And meditation teaches you to notice this without judging. Notice that your mind is wandering off, and then just bring your focus back on your breath, for example, and just notice it. Don't judge. Don't say, oh, I fucked up. No, just notice it, go back, and over time you will get better. And, you can get further and further. Now, one of the things I have, I'll just show you, is this thing. It's called Muse. Not affiliated in any way. This, you put it on your head and it actually scans your brain activity. So while I'm meditating, it's giving me real-time neurofeedback, telling me basically whether I'm thinking or not. And certain days I do great. You get a little score and a graph where you see your brain activity. And certain days I just see that I'm super active. And my mind is just wandering off the whole time and I'm thinking. Now the reason I use this is not to see how good I am at meditation, but it's to see what triggers me to be in a state where I'm calm, and when am I really, when do I struggle with being calm? So that way you get feedback, you find out, okay, so if I have a good morning routine, and if I make sure that my sleep is on point, and I make sure that I'm not on my phone in the morning, for example, I'm so much more calm, and that leads to a more productive day. So I like to have things like this. In another video I told about the Aura Ring, for example, which tracks my sleep, and I can just improve my health and and that will improve my productivity. So, long story short, should you meditate? 100%. Everyone, doesn't matter whether you're a businessman or anything else. You have to meditate. Get some guided meditation, and it will really change your life and also the lives of the people around you, because you will treat them better, and in return they will treat you better again. So my main recommendation is, yes, 100%, find a nice little quiet place where you can meditate. I have this room, I always call it my offline room because I never bring any electronics, no laptop, no phone, nothing here. And it's just a place where my mind knows it's time to chill. I read here, I meditate here. I use these little incense sticks as well. Certain smells help you relax as well. So that really works. And just try it. Don't judge yourself. Give it some time. Keep doing it. Build up that habit every single morning, even if it's just 10 minutes. And I promise you that it will change your life. All right. So I really hope that you will give this a try if you haven't been meditating. And if you have been meditating, keep doing it. Try and find different ways. Every type of meditation, some may work, some may not work for you. Try a few new ways every now and then. Muse could be cool to give you some feedback. It also gives you feedback on your heart rate, on your breathing, how that affects it as well. Can be really cool. And just give it a try. Keep meditating. It will change your life. Thank you for watching. If you like this, please leave a like. It actually really helps me. Subscribe, and I will be back very soon.
Okay.